Hello students, today we are going to start with the amino acid metabolism, new topic, and here in this chapter we have to study about the general reactions of amino acids, transamination, deamination, decarboxylation, catabolism of phenylalanine, tyrosine and their metabolic disorders, synthetic and synthesis and significance of biological substances like 5-HT, melatonin, dopamine, noradrenaline, adrenaline, and catabolism of heme, hyperbilirubinemia, and jaundice. Now, first we will start with the definition, classification, and significance. So, first, what is amino acids? Amino acids are organic compounds consisting of two functional groups, amino group and carboxyl group. So we know that it contains amino group and carboxyl group. The amino group is represented as NH2. It is basic in nature, while carboxyl group is COOH. It is acidic in nature. There are about 300 amino acids which occur in nature, but only 20 of them occur as protein. Then regarding the structure, so we can see here at the bottom the structure consists of an amino group and a carboxyl group. Okay, so each amino acid has 4 different groups attached to alpha carbon. Alpha carbon is a carbon which is next to the COOH group. So when you come here, this is COOH group. The carbon next to that, this is called as the alpha carbon, and we can see that this alpha carbon is attached to 4 different groups. You see here hydrogen, you see here COOH, and here you can see amino group, and here you can see H. This H can be different groups, so you call this as, this is the structure of an amino acid, you call it as an amino group and an carboxyl group attached to it. There are 4 groups. These 4 groups are amino group, carboxyl group, hydrogen atom, and this H can be a side chain R. Now, the classification of amino acid. The amino acids are classified into different types based on their aliphatic. 7 distinct groups are there. Based on the aliphatic nature, you can classify them on one classification. Based on the hydroxyl group containing amino acid, on the sulfur, you can classify them as sulfur containing amino acid. Next, if it is acidic, you can call it as acidic amino acids, basic amino acids, aromatic amino acids, and amino acids. Now, this aliphatic amino acids. Aliphatic amino acids are monoamino and monocarboxylic acids. Okay, they contain one amino group and one carboxyl group. Example is glycine, alanine, valine, leucine, isoleucine. These are all monocarboxylic acid. Next, when we see about the structure of glycine, you can see here glycine is the simplest amino acid, where it is a non-essential amino acid which contains R as H. So in the amino acid, here one carbon is there, alpha carbon. This carbon is attached to 4 different groups. Okay, so here this carbon, glycine contains 4 different groups attached to it. Yeah, so the simplest amino acid is glycine. The carbon here is attached to an amino group, carboxyl group, hydrogen, and this hydrogen can be other alkyl groups. Yeah, so this is the simplest amino acid, yeah, where the R is H. Now, next, alanine. Alanine is also a non-essential amino acid. You can see here the the carbon is attached with a methyl group CH3, you call it as alanine. D-alanine is a component of the bacterial cell wall, and B-alanine is pantothenic acid. It is a vitamin. Now, valine. Valine is an essential amino acid. You can see here the acid group, amino group, hydrogen, and the fourth carbon is a branched carbon. 3 carbon atoms are attached to it. You call it as isopropyl group. So glycine, simplest amino acid. If the hydrogen of the glycine is replaced by methyl group, you will get alanine. If it is replaced by the isopropyl group, you get valine. Now, leucine. The leucine is an essential amino acid. The difference here is that to the branch, to the valine, one more CH2 is attached. 4 carbon atoms are there. Isopropyl, 4 carbon atoms, you call it as leucine. Next, isoleucine. Isoleucine, the same aliphatic, 4 carbon atoms, 4 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 carbon atoms and 3 in a straight chain and 1 is branched. You call it as isoleucine. Now, so this is the structure showing an amino acid. Structure of an amino acid, it is shown here, that we will discuss later. Next, so we have seen first aliphatic amino acids. Now hydroxyl group containing amino acids. Some amino acids contain hydroxyl group. They are serine, threonine and tyrosine. So they have written as SCR serine, THR threonine and TYR tyrosine. Okay, they contain hydroxy group. So when you take serine, serine, we know that carbon, glycine structure, we know the H of the glycine is replaced by CH2OH. Or alanine, CH3, the H is replaced by OH, you get it as serine. Now threonine. Threonine is the same structure of the previous one, where CH2OH will be attached with a methyl group, CH3. Serine with a methyl CH3 group, you will get threonine. Now, serine, you can see here, serine with serine CH2OH with a CH3, you will get threonine. Now, next, sulfur containing amino acids. These are important, will be asked for the exam. Sulfur containing amino acids are cysteine and methionine. Now, the structure of cysteine. Alanine structure, we know. Alanine structure is the glycine basic structure with CH3. The CH3 of the H of the CH3 is replaced by sulfhydryl group. You will get cysteine. Now, methionine. Methionine, it is an essential amino acid. The structure is that the glycine structure with 2 CH2 CH2 and CH3. So 2 ethyl groups with HCH3, you get a methionine structure. Now, so we have studied aliphatic, hydroxyl, sulfur containing, and now acidic amino acids. Example, aspartic acid, aspargine, glutamic acid, glutamine. Now, aspartic acid, so as the name tells, it is acidic in nature. So one more acid group is attached. Along with that, a CH2. So alanine structure with the CH3, one H of the CH3 is replaced by COO minus or an acid group, you call it as aspartic acid or beta carboxyl at the beta position. A carboxyl group is attached, you call it as aspartic acid. Now, glutamic acid. Glutamic acid structure, you see, it is the same CH2, CH2, COH. One more CH2 is added up when compared with the previous structure. Now, aspargine. So, there is a C double bond O group. Yeah, there is a C double bond O group, along with that amino group NH2. So, two amino groups are there. Two amino groups, C double bond O and CH2. Yeah, so alanine with C double bond O NH2 will give aspargine. Now, glutamine. Glutamine is having the same structure. In the previous structure we have studied glycine with the C double bond O NH2. Here one CH2 will get added up. You call it as glutamine. Now, basic amino acids. So, aliphatic, then we have studied hydroxyl, then sulfur containing, then acidic. Now, we are going to study about basic amino acids. Lysine, arginine, histidine. So, lysine structure, you get an amide chain. So, you get the two amino groups here. Yeah, so it is basic in nature. Yeah, lysine, arginine, it has again it is dibasic amino acid. One amino group here, one amino group, but one acid. So monocarboxylic acid. Histidine, yeah, histidine. It is an heterocyclic ring. It is having an heterocyclic ring where two nitrogen atoms are there on the hetero atom. Between these two hetero atoms there is a carbon. So such a ring you call it as imidazole ring. Yeah, glycine with an imidazole, not glycine, alanine. Yeah, alanine, this is the structure of alanine if it is CH3. Alanine with an imidazole ring is histidine. Yeah. Now, aromatic amino acids. These are commonly asked. Example or the structure of aromatic amino acids. There are three aromatic amino acids: phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan. So always phenylalanine is written as PHE, tyrosine as TYR, tryptophan TRP. Now phenylalanine structure is very easy. We have our benzene ring. On that benzene ring, alanine is attached. So phenylalanine, phenyl plus alanine. Alanine is CH3. That H is replaced by a phenyl ring. So phenylalanine. Next, tyrosine. Tyrosine structure is very easy. We have phenylalanine ring. Along with that a hydroxy group or phenol with alanine ring. You call it as tyrosine. Tryptophan. Tryptophan is nothing but, it is easy to remember. We have alanine ring, right? Alanine ring, and along with the alanine an indole ring is substituted. Indole ring is nothing but a benzene ring with a 5-membered ring with nitrogen. You call it as indole. Fused benzene, 6-membered, 5-membered ring with a nitrogen. You call it as indole. So tryptophan structure is alanine with indole ring. Imidazole. Imidazoles are nothing but a 5-membered ring, yeah, with an imino group, yeah, and therefore imino group is nothing but double bond NH. Therefore proline is an alpha amino acid. Pyrrolidine, or there is a pyrazole ring with no double bond in it, NH and COO minus. Yeah, such a ring you call it as imidazole ring. Now, classification based on the polarity. you can classify them as non-polar and polar. So those which are hydrophobic in nature and they have no charge on the R group, example alanine, leucine, isoleucine, valine, methionine, phenylalanine, tryptophan and proline. All these are non-polar amino acids. When you come with the polar, the polar amino acids with no charge on the R group. Okay, so these amino acids as such carry no charge on the R group. Example, glycine, serine, threonine, cysteine, glutamine, asparagine and tyrosine. Now, polar amino acids with R functional group. There are three: lysine, arginine, histidine. The polar amino acids with R negative group. The dicarboxylic monoamino acids. Example, aspartic acid and glutamic acid. That means they contain two amino acid groups, two carboxylic acid groups and one amino group. Next classification, very important. Based on the nutritional requirement, you can classify them as essential amino acids and non-essential amino acids. Essential is also called as indispensable amino acids. These amino acids which cannot be synthesized by the body and needed to be supplied through the diet, you call it as essential amino acids. They are required for the growth and maintenance of the individuals. Essential amino acids 10 are there. So easy way to remember that is this 10 essential amino acid is mat will fly. M stands for methionine, A arginine, T stands for threonine, T stands for tryptophan, V stands for valine, I stands for isoleucine, L stands for lysine, PH stands for phenylalanine and LY lysine. Here L is for leucine and LY is for lysine. So if you remember mat will fly, it will help you to remember the 10 essential amino acids. Non-essential amino acids. These amino acids are not required in our body. The body can synthesize the body can synthesize these 10 amino acids and meet the biological needs. Hence, they need not be consumed in the diet. Example, glycine, alanine, serine, cysteine, aspartate, asparagine, glutamate, glutamine, tyrosine and proline. These are the two amino acids classification based on the nutritional requirement, essential and non-essential. Okay, now based on the metabolic fate, you can classify amino acids again into two types. That is, the carbon skeleton of amino acid can serve as a precursor for the synthesis of glucose. You call it as glucogenic, or if they serve as a precursor for fat, you call it as ketogenic. And you can classify one more type based on glucogenic and ketogenic in nature. So based on this requirement, you can classify them into three groups. Glucogenic amino acids. These amino acids serve as a precursor for the formation of glucose or glycogen. Example, alanine, aspartate, glycine, methionine, etc. Ketogenic. The fats can be synthesized from these amino acids. These two amino acids, example, leucine and lysine, are ketogenic in nature. Glycogenic and ketogenic. The four amino acids are there: phenylalanine, isoleucine, tryptophan, tyrosine, are the precursor for the synthesis of glucose and fat. They are required for the synthesis of glucose and fat. Some new amino acids are there. It is not there in our syllabus, but still, in addition to this 20 amino acids, they take part in protein synthesis, and these are those two amino acids.